Hey everybody, today's a little bit of a doozy. It's supposed to be good snake or bad snake of the week, dependent. And usually Holly kind of covers it. But I decided that, seeing as she's at work, I'm going to chuck together a video which is a little bit of a compilation of some of the guys who, or gals, who have just been kind of either this week. So we've got Lechonk. Now she is most certainly our good snake of the week, if I had to name one, just because she laid her eggs this week. She had a little bit of trouble. It was her first clutch ever, and she ended up laying a slug one day and then kind of terrified us because we thought she might be egg bound. Then she laid another slug the next day. We were like, okay, so maybe she's not egg bound, but why is she laying them like this? Anyway, so we gave her a little bit of a soak, trying to be careful, you know, so on and so forth. And then the next day we came in and she had laid 5 more slugs. Sorry, darling. 5 more slugs and 7 healthy, fertile eggs. So she is good snake of the week. But it's not just because of that. It's because straight after, or the day after technically, she took a meal down like a champ. It is always good to get your hog noses, or pretty much anyone, any kind of snake, eating very soon after they lay eggs. That way they can gain their energy back, and they do pretty well. Anyway, give me a moment, I'm going to move on to the next one. Now, this is Onyx. You all know Onyx as the snake who, as a first-time mum, laid 23 eggs. Okay. Now, that's rare for a first-time mum. But, realistically, the stranger thing is the fact that she then decided to double clutch on us, which we kind of weren't expecting. So on the day that Lechonk laid her eggs, we also got another 13 eggs and 1 slug from Onyx. Yeah. Now the problem with a double clutch is, that thing I told you about eating, that is even more important, because if they have a double clutch, it really screws with their energy. They really need to get their energy back up, otherwise they can crash. You can have health issues, so on and so forth. She laid 13 fertile eggs as a second clutch. Keep in mind that is technically above the lowest average for hognoses in general for a main clutch. They usually lay 12 to 18. She's an overachiever like I've never seen before. And yeah, so she, same time as Lechonk, she took a meal. Straight off the thing. I'm so happy because she, hopefully, assuming she keeps on eating, should be absolutely fine. And if I get clutches out of her like this every year, I'm going to be absolutely terrified. Anyway, moving on, a couple of honourable mentions. We have, if you give me a moment, Pride as well. She is technically a good snake of the week. She looks absolutely gorgeous in this during the day. Really, you barely get to see her on the lives realistically, but just her colours are spectacular. Those blues and those greens, little white speckles. I love her to bits. But yeah, the reason she's one of the good snakes of the week is because she did a really, I mean, supremely good shed. Which for green tree pythons can be a little bit difficult, just because of their body shape realistically, because they're so long and they've got very thin tails, it can be quite difficult. My camera's not following me anymore. That's a little bit annoying. But anyway, regardless, it can be a little bit difficult for them to get the shed absolutely perfect. So that is 3 snakes who have been pretty decent this week. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else, but realistically, I think everybody else has been fairly good. We've just completely cleaned out Felicity's enclosure because we didn't really do it well enough after she laid her eggs. It's bad husbandry. Apologies to everybody out there. But hopefully she will eat this weekend, because she hasn't eaten since she gave birth. And you know, as I said, get your snakes eating once they have laid eggs. Which, to be honest, we're waiting for these to hatch. They should be hatching any time within the next 7 days, realistically. They're on day 53, and they are looking plump and gorgeous. So she gets an honourable mention anyway, does our Felicity. Yeah, sorry, I don't have my cameraman here today, or, you know, camera woman. Although, actually, technically, usually I'm the camera person. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Oh, a couple of bad snakes, actually. So we had a regurgitation from Dratini, which is really annoying because he finally took his first meal with us and decided to spew it up, which, it's not even about the wasted food. It's just not... Oh, now my camera's following me again. It's not even about the wasted food, realistically. They are just... It's not good for the snake to regurgitate their food because of the fact that... Dude, come over here. Why is the camera doing this? I hope this can be edited. Bruh. Anyway, it's not even necessarily about the regurgitation. Sorry, it's not necessarily about the wasted food. It's more about, it's not good for the snake because of they've got very strong stomach acid. I mean, you got to keep in mind they break down an entire rodent in a matter of days, bones and all. Like, that's what their stomach acid is capable of. So, you know, regurgitating that, not good for their throats. So he's probably not going to eat this week, which is a shame because he finally got eating. And also another honourable mention for Naughty Snake of the Week is Popcorn, who, for the first time ever, having been one of the most fantastic eaters we have, she regurgitated her food as well. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty decent update, realistically. So, see you all on the next one. Or I'll see you on Sunday for the live.